Hi friends, it's Bridget. I had a great time in my last video with my embellisher and making this fun piece of fabric. And I want to make some more things with it. And I think it's going to be the perfect size to make some bracelets. This is a little cuff I made. I will be using that for measuring, but this time instead of using snaps, I had picked up this little bundle of ribbon crimps for jewelry, and they have the little pieces, a little lobster clasp and some chains, to extender chains, I believe is what those are. And there's 3 different sizes here. There's a very tiny one, looks like about 3/8 of an inch. This looks like about a 1/2 inch, and this is probably close to 3/4. I think I probably will start with the bigger one, though I would love to see a dainty bracelet out of something like this, but I'm not sure it's going to work. So, oh, and I found my awl. Super excited about that. In my last video, I was using my scissors, so could not find this, found it. It was tucked in with a lot of my jewelry stuff. What I'm going to do is take this remaining piece of fabric and I'm going to use my tulle that I picked up, and I'm going to lay it on top and take it over to my sewing machine and do free motion over it, because I don't think I'm going to like a bracelet that has these pieces kind of popping up. I feel like it worked fine for the heart pin. So I'm going to go over to the machine. I'll take you with me. I pulled out some threads, this one and this one, these 2 reds, but then I found this and I was just really thrilled because I think it will really highlight a lot of these little different colors here. And I'm going to do that on top of the tulle. So I'm going to put that together and get my wonder clips and lay this down, bring it to the sewing machine and do my free motion. And then I'll be able to cut the strips, I hope. I might end up finishing them off again with the blanket stitch. Just going to go with the flow and see what I can bring together. I have all my needles in my little sewing kit here that I can use. Thanks for joining me. I'm here at my sewing machine. I'm threaded up with my variegated thread, and I have some of the variegated in below too. I put my wonder clips on top of the tulle to keep this stable, and I have this doubled up here in the middle because I am curious to see if I'm gonna like the doubled up or the single. And actually, I can already tell that I don't. So I'm actually going to adjust this. I have it set up for free motion. My feed dogs are down. I'm going to just go over here to the corner. I'm going to do needle down, needle up, and I'm going to pull my thread through if I can see it. There it is. And I'm going to get this wonder clip out of my way, and I'm just going to start doing some swirls and some fun all over this piece, and I will put that in fast forward and we'll see how it comes out. That was good. That was educational. I was having quite a bit of difficulty because my presser foot for my free motion, my darning foot, was getting tucked under the other piece of tulle, and I kept having to cut it out. I hope you could see that. I was having trouble. So I got rid of the foot. And when I was free motioning, I had to definitely keep it taut so that it was not pulling up. I guess you could put it in a hoop as well. I have seen videos where people are doing free motion just with their needle. So that was fun to try. But again, I was getting some pulling, but it managed. It was much better than cutting away the tool. So I'm glad that I experimented with that. I've always wanted to try to do free motion just with the needle. So that is off the list, and I will try that more. So now I want to see if I can make a little bracelet here. I have a little piece of an old cutting mat I'm going to use to help me out to cut this. And I am going to do a measurement. And let's see, I think my wrist is somewhere around 6 inches. Let's see what it is today. Yeah, just so right around, I guess it's 6 1/4 roughly. 6 1/4. So I am going to take this and I am going to cut a piece of fabric at 5 1/2. Because nicely, this has the extender pieces. So at 5 1/2, I'm safe. So I'm going to do 5 1/2, and I'm going to try doing the larger one because I think it will be the easiest to start. And I'm going to do 5 1/2 by a 3/4 inch. So 5 1/2 inches by 3/4 inches. So I'm first going to try to get a straight edge here, just to, okay, so that's a straight edge. I will save that. And let's see, maybe I will just do the 3/4. For starters, I think I'll just do it the whole length. That's fine. So I've got 3/4 wide. Okay, let's see how that is. How's that going to tuck into there? Oh, that looks nice. Okay, so 3/4. And already you can see I have some little pieces that are popping up. But I'm going to do 3/4. And what was my other measurement? 5 1/2. So I'm just going to get a straight edge here. And then 5 1/2. Let's see how that is. Okay. It seems awfully short. Maybe not with the extender. Well, I already cut it, so that's what I'm making. So now I'm going to do the same and cut another little piece, the same, out of my felt. So I have two options. I can sew this by hand, or I can bring it to my machine. I think it's going to be feisty in the machine, so I think I'm going to sew it by hand. I'm just going to get my embroidery thread threaded up and blanket stitch all around the outside of this. And I think I am this time going to do it in a thread that matches. That'll look pretty. I finished the blanket stitch all around the edge. It's always good to practice. I love it. This is awfully threaded up though. I don't know why I want to see it a little more tidy. And I'm not really sure if the tool achieved what I wanted it to do. Maybe I'm looking at it too closely. It should be a little shabby, I guess, but I am just going to tidy up. Okay, that's looking pretty good. I think I'm going to try to put my little clasp on because I can always embellish it after. So now I'm going to take my pieces of my clasp and I need to get a jump ring. There's a jump ring. Let me get in there a little closer. It's all linty. There's a jump ring. There's another. So going to test my jewelry skills and see if I can open these up and just pop them on. So here's my jump ring. I'm going to put that on there. Close that up. Actually, no, I'm going to put this on there too. Oops. Okay, so I have that piece there. And now I'm going to take my other jump ring and open it up. And I'm just going to take that and then this piece as well. Okay. Alrighty. So now I have my two pieces. And all I have to do is put them on each end. So I am going to do that. But I am going to get, I don't have my nylon pliers here. This is when nylon pliers would come in very handy. They're pliers with nylon on each side. They're for straightening wire and whatnot. But I am going to look for a little piece of wool. I'm actually going to cut a little piece from this just as a little tab because I don't want to hurt my, let's see, was that big enough? Probably not. There we go. Just going to put it on one side, and I suppose I could put some glue in there. I'm going to try, since this is going to be for me, I'm going to just let it go. And if it falls apart, I will glue it. There we go. And I'm just putting this so I'm not hurting the, oh, got that in there too. Oh, there we go. That's nice. That's really in there. I don't even know if it needs. Perfect. So I'm just going to do that for the other side. That's why the nylon pliers here would be ideal. That's good. Got the other side. Oh, that's nice. You can totally feel it clamping. It's a little cockeyed, but that is okay. Oh, nice. That's very nice. It's very clamped in there. Okay, so that's quite lovely, but I do want to give it a little bit of bling. Thanks for joining me while I made a little bracelet and experimented with my tulle on top of my embellished fibers. And I did learn that I could take my darning foot off, my free motion foot off, and just free motion with the needle alone, which is great because I've always wanted to try to do that. With just the needle, I did find that I had to keep it taut, but that was fine. I could also put it in a hoop, and then that would solve that problem. But it is nice to know that you can free motion without the foot. So that was a great learning experience. A lot of fun, just another great time with some beautiful fabric and experimenting. If you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up. I really appreciate it. Thank you to everyone who has joined me. I see that you really liked the embellishing machine, and I will be getting back to that with another project and experimenting with some different backings besides felt, and we'll see what we can come up with that. And until next time, keep creating. Have fun out there. Bye.